I have tried and tested a lot of formations and tactics in FC25. Some of them were actually really good and I had success with, but none of them come close to the consistency of the 4-2-1-3. Sometimes I get bored of it and I try something new, but then when things go bad, I start using the 4-2-1-3 again. And after the patch, honestly, I think it's even stronger than before. Right now, you can see the code on the screen. If you just want to copy it and go do your thing, okay. But I recommend you watch this video a little bit longer. I'll just quickly tell you what you need to know about this formation. First of all, the tactics. I used to have my build-up style on counter. It was quite good. But then I changed to balanced and now I'm using both build-up style and defensive approach. I keep it on balanced. Counter is still good, but it's a little bit riskier because when you try to get out of defense, when you get the ball, your players will be running away from you. Nobody will come short and sometimes that will lead to intercepted passes. So I keep it on balance right now. For your goalkeeper, choose the role which he likes better. So if he's got a ++ in sweeper keeper, choose this. If he's got a plus in goalkeeper, choose goalkeeper. It really doesn't matter so much. And then for your defenders, I really don't recommend any experiments here. Try to keep it exactly as you see. So your center backs are role defender with focus on defend, and your fullbacks are also focus on defend with a fullback role. It's really important for the 4-2-1-3. It keeps the back line very narrow and tight, so no through balls go in between your center backs. It's really a problem in FC25 when you lose the ball and then you have a big hole between your center backs. So when you have your fullbacks on defend, that actually helps the problem, and they are very tight and nothing goes through. For your CDMs, I also recommend you to use deep lying playmaker with roaming. But if you have a player who has, for example, holding ++, then maybe I would choose holding instead of deep lying playmaker. But if you go for holding, also choose the focus roaming. Don't leave it on defend. Because if we go for deep lying playmaker on roaming, they will be sitting deep. They won't be bombing forward, they won't be making overlapping runs into the striker position. They will be quite deep, but they will also be trying to get involved in the attacking scenarios. So they won't just be staying back in front of your defenders. They will go up, they will be deeper than your opponents, center mid players, but they will be involved. They'll be trying to open themselves up in positions where they can receive the ball. They will be moving much more than if you leave it just on defend. So try to put the focus on roaming, and I would recommend you go for the deep lying playmaker instead of the holding. I don't know why, but it just really works better in this formation. Deep lying on roaming. For the center attack and mid, in most formations I actually prefer to have a playmaker there, but in this formation I would recommend you use the shadow striker if possible. Again, if you have a playmaker ++, like I don't know, someone like Bruno Fernandes, go for the playmaker. It's not like a very important role. For example, your fullbacks have to be fullback on defend, nothing else. Here, okay, you could experiment, you could go for a playmaker. Actually, not experiment, it is also a good role, but I think shadow striker is a little bit better. Then for your striker, advanced forward or poacher, both are good. If you go for the advanced forward, I changed my focus to complete. But if you have a striker that you really don't want to see on the wing, I don't know, someone like Peter Crouch, for example, you really don't want him outside of the box, left or right, nowhere, then keep it on attack. But I have Marcus Thuram, and sometimes I like him interchanging positions with my wingers. So sometimes I like that Thuram goes on the left wing and then he swaps positions with Leao. And talking about the wingers, I put them on inside forward, which is a must, and focus on attack. You could also go for a balanced focus, but I think attack works much better. I am super confident that you'll enjoy this formation. It is really strong defensively and also very dangerous in the attack, especially in the counters. And if you enjoyed this video, please support it by dropping a like. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.